What's up, guys? Wolf Movies here, and today I will review Alien 3. This is actually a bad movie. The first bad movie that I have reviewed on this channel. So, why is it bad? Let's find out. The movie begins when we see a facehugger made it onto the ship from the last movie. And it bleeds, and it makes the ship burst in flames because of the acid. Then the beds that the crew was sleeping in launch into space, and they end up on a planet, which is pretty much a prison. The people on the planet get Ripley inside, and it turns out the other people that were on the ship actually died, unfortunately. The ship, the remains of the ship actually have an alien on it that was still alive. The facehugger that was on the ship got to the dog, and a chestburster came out, and this movie actually introduces us to a new alien called a runner, which I'll admit is actually pretty cool. Some of the inmates were attacked by the alien, and one survived and said he was attacked by a dragon. Ripley believes him, and the main guard says that they have no guns, even though it's a maximum security prison, so why are there no guns? Then a guard named Clemens gets killed by a xenomorph, and we get this shot, which is probably the most iconic part of this movie. The inmates and Ripley try to come up with a plan to kill the alien. They end up deciding to trap it in a nuclear waste room with explosives. An inmate drops something, and it causes the explosives to go off, and it kills some of the inmates. Ripley does survive the explosion, but she gets a medical scan, and it turns out there's a chestburster inside of her. Then Ripley comes up with a new plan to kill the alien, which involves pouring some weird metallic liquid on it, and while they're doing this, the alien kills most of the inmates, but Ripley does lure it successfully, but she also gets trapped inside the area with it. But then they melt the alien, and it survives, but Ripley gets the fire sprinklers to go off, and the alien explodes for some reason. Then the people that they called earlier for help, the leader turns out to be the android from the last movie, whose name is Bishop, which I don't know if I mentioned in my last video. Well, actually it is the person who designed Bishop, not the actual android. Ripley doesn't trust them, so she jumps off a ledge into lava as a chestburster comes out of her. So that was Alien 3. It's not that good, but why isn't it that good? For starters, most of the crew from the last movie is dead, which kind of upsets me since one of them was a child. And they don't use special effects like in the last ones, which they use CGI mostly. I don't hate all CGI, but it looks really bad in this movie. Just look at it. Plus, it wasn't really that exciting. The first movie, and it also doesn't have a genre. Like, the first one was horror, second one was action, and I don't know what to call this one, like a prison drama or something. So yeah, it's not that good. I mean, I've seen worse movies, but still. Also, according to my brother Wolf Games, this movie has an NES game which is apparently worse than this movie. And speaking of bad movies, next time I will cover Alien Resurrection, which is pretty bad. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.